Bitcoin hits its all-time high, and the mainstream media is on it as the masses jump into crypto. My free thinking rebels, welcome to another Decrypting Crypto video. My name is Stefan Subero, the Holistic Growth Mentor. Here at Breakout Solutions, we are on a mission to help individuals, business owners, parents, entrepreneurs, just like yourself, to safely enter and maximize your gains in the crypto space. Listen, mainstream media is coming. The herd is coming in. Oh my God, what is going to happen in the crypto space? We're going to discuss this and a little bit more today. So let's go straight into this article. Again, it's by CNN Business. So mainstream, baby, mainstream is coming. A little bit late to the party, but this is by design. My friends, look, soon we're going to start to see your grandmother's taxi drivers, hairdressers. Everybody's going to be talking about Bitcoin. That is our cue to start selling. And if you have been with us at Breakout Solutions now, you know that we have been putting those entries in for a long time now. A lot of our members are in massive gains. Again, listen, this is the time to really be paying attention. If you have not been, you might be a little bit late, but again, there's still some time. There's still some things that you can do. So let's look at it. It says that Bitcoin surges to new record high as mainstream money flows into crypto. Bitcoin surged to an all-time high on Tuesday, shaking off a more than 2-year rut that had put the future of the entire crypto ecosystem in question. Look, they do this all the time. Mainstream media, they're so dramatic. Oh, the entire ecosystem has been in question. No, it's never been in question. That is what the mainstream tells the herd so that they sell their bags at the best time to be buying, right? Obviously, after the market crashes, Bitcoin is a scam, sell, and they're picking it up, right? They're picking up your losses to get ready for this right now. So let's continue. Bitcoin, the world's oldest and by far largest digital currency, traded above 69,000 Tuesday morning, topping the previous record of 68,789 reached on November 10th of 2021. Over the past several months, Bitcoin's rally has been turbocharged by the U.S. regulatory approval of exchange-traded funds pegged to the digital asset, which created an on-ramp for more traditional investors to incorporate Bitcoin into their portfolios. Definitely, the ETF has been the catalyst for this massive Bitcoin rally, because historically the rally is only catalyzed by the halving, which we're still waiting. We're still about a month to 2 months away from that. So potential is that, we just have an early bull run. We could have a good pullback coming in. Not sure yet. We're going to look at that a little bit shortly. Now let's continue. So the approval took several years of lobbying by crypto firms and was granted only grudgingly by the Securities of Exchange Commission after a court ruled the regulators' reasons for rejecting the Bitcoin ETF application were arbitrary and capricious. And we know they basically, Gary Gensler was basically sulking like a little child. I don't want to approve this, even though I have no damn reason not to approve it. I don't want to do it. And that's basically what they were doing for months and months and months, just kind of holding it back. Again, in my opinion, I think that was also planned and calculated because, if they had released the ETF too early, I don't think it would have had the same effect. Again, this is all well planned, my friends. When you look at what happens in the markets in general, there is nothing that is not planned for their benefit. All right, let's drop it there. Last up, they say the first 11 spot Bitcoin ETFs, which track the real-time market price of the asset, were launched in January. And that is when we started to see that influx of crypto right at the beginning of the year. We're going to jump in now and just take a quick look at a market update, and we'll jump into the charts a little bit later. So if we look at overall, look, listen, it's definitely a great time to be in crypto. If you have been investing, great. If you haven't been yet, my friends, I keep telling everybody, just take a minute, step back, don't just jump in blindly. Use the link in the description and let's chat about how we could potentially help you really maximize your gains during this coming bull run. So we can see that Bitcoin is up 55% in the last 30 days. Ethereum is up 60%. BNB is up 52%. So very, very good couple of months for crypto. Bitcoin is now $1,663 from its all-time high. Just 2% from that all-time high. Ethereum is about 21%. BNB is about 33% from its all-time high. So we are approaching, like the top coins are approaching their all-time highs, which is now a sign that the bull run has begun, right? We are seeing parabolic moves continue to come in and the retracements are getting smaller and smaller. Now, the Fear and Greed Index is showing extreme greed in the market. Everybody is starting to FOMO in. And soon, we're seeing, we're going to start seeing more and more news of Bitcoin is a good time to buy Bitcoin. It's a good time to get into crypto. You'll start to see the news outlets, radio, everybody's going to start talking about this. And this is going to cause a FOMO from retail investors to now start putting money in, which is going to obviously cause the price to continue going up. Now, if we look at the Bitcoin rainbow chart, and for some reason I haven't been able to get it to expand. Come on, there we go. Perfect. So, for the last couple of months, we've been talking. We've been talking since September, October of last year. Hey, buy some Bitcoin. We were holding in the buy zone. We jumped into the accumulate zone. Then we quickly moved into the it's still cheap zone. And now, my friend, we are officially breaking into hodl zone. What does this mean for an investor? This is when you just want to hold. Technically, you don't want to really be buying at these levels. You want to hold and look out for the halving, look out for those higher prices. Now, I don't recommend that for Bitcoin because historically we know that Bitcoin does not go below its previous all-time high, which means, my friends, there's a potential you're not going to see Bitcoin at $69,000 ever again. So if I can give you one little bit of advice, and again, I'm not a financial advisor and just take this with a grain of salt, but Bitcoin is gold, digital gold. And if you really want to safeguard your wealth, safeguard the wealth of your family, and protect yourself from inflation, which we all know is skyrocketing and it's only going to get worse, please take a minute, do some of your own research, and consider buying Bitcoin. Now let's jump into the charts. We're going to analyze what I expect and just take a look at a couple of other metrics here. So first off, we can see we've had a beautiful run up. And again, if we look, this is the trade entry that was given to our members in one of our private coaching calls. Again, we didn't mark the exact bottom, but this is one of our entries, and we're currently up 162% on that specific trade. And we have hit some of our key take profits. I know people are taking some profits as we go up, but we're now beginning, right? We just hit that all-time high and we've been in a steady uptrend. We should be seeing a pullback. I was honestly expecting a big pullback when we had hit this golden pocket area, and I've been talking about this before on the channel. Historically, this is the area where we'll get that pre-halving cycle pullback, right? This didn't happen. Well, we got one, but it was pretty small. I think it was like a 13% pullback, and we just kind of hovered on this for a while. This for me was an insight as to maybe we're not going to see it. Maybe this bull run is going to be a little bit different, right? Because we can look at historical data and kind of come up with assumptions and predictions, but again, it's never going to be the same. So since then, we've come all the way up to the all-time high, and we're just touching it right now, and we seem to be wanting to break. Personally, and again, this is because of all of the on-chain metrics we are seeing. Bitcoin is scarce right now. ETFs are sucking up any Bitcoin that is being sold. So personally, I think this rally, there's a potential that the rally will continue. And once we clear this all-time high and we can look at it and get some support on it, Our next major target will be the golden ratio. That's sitting around $80,000 to $84,000. Personally, at this stage, I do see a strong correction coming in. Why? Most of the ETFs have been buying and accumulating Bitcoin at this zone. We can see clearly, right? They were just accumulating at $41,000 area. And we are currently, from this zone, we are about 67% in profit. And if we hit that golden ratio, that's going to be a 1x profit from that entry. Now, this is massive for traditional finance. I don't think traditional finance sees a 1x gain in 2 months' time ever. So I do expect massive profit taking to happen from these ETFs, which should trigger a big sell-off, potentially bringing us back down to the all-time high, maybe even lower, maybe even back down to that 59 to 60 area, which will cause the masses now to get scared, sell their Bitcoin, and again, you'll see the ETFs scooping them all back up, and off we will go once again. What else do we look at right now? Look, let's take a look at the Bitcoin dominance. So what I can see from Bitcoin dominance, we can see that we're kind of breaking below the current levels, right? So we were holding this uptrend. We're going to have to wait until the end of the week when the market closes to see if we can hold this trend. Because if we do break below, then that could be a sign of Bitcoin losing a bit of strength, and we could potentially see some money flowing out of Bitcoin and into the altcoin, and potentially see a move up in the altcoin market. Now, if we look at the total crypto market cap, we can see that we have already broken that golden pocket zone, and we are strongly approaching the previous all-time high, which stands at about $3 trillion of money in the crypto space. And this is important for us to understand, because at the previous all-time high, at the top of the market, that was the amount of money that was into crypto. So imagine right now we are heading towards that 3 trillion market cap. And normally what that signifies is that we should now really, after we break this all-time high, really see the potential and where we can go. So, there's a lot of analysts and there's a lot of data showing that the potential move and what we could expect at the height of this coming bull market would be somewhere around that $10 trillion, which I believe is about 1% of the gold market cap. And this is kind of what's been running around, 1 or 10%. I don't have that number exact, but that is the speculation behind it, right? That we are seeing gold market cap going down, and we do believe that that money is going to be flowing into crypto, specifically into Bitcoin. So what does this mean for you, my dear free thinking rebels? It means you need to start paying attention if you have not been. It means you need to get the help you need so you don't make the mistakes that a lot of retail will make during this bull run. Because again, if you fail to plan, okay, I always mess that one up. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So don't waste your time anymore, my friends. Once again, Stefan Subero, drop me a comment if you found this video informative. If you have any questions, just leave a comment down there. I'll be happy to respond to you. That's all I got for you today, my friends. I'll see you in the next one. That's now.